Minnesota at the boat ramp. At the boat ramp. I'm going to set this up for a few minutes. And then I'll come around and do a update for everybody to see. Thing we can see, crowds are gone. Every now and then someone comes by, but not that big a deal. There we go. There it is. I'm gonna wait a minute or two for people to get on, so just hang out and we'll walk around and do an update as to what's going on. Give me a few minutes and I'll go through an update of what I've found out and what I potentially know and any other speculation. Let's let a few more people get on. Nice thing today, I can put my camera down anywhere without the wind blowing it over. The wind is just a gentle breeze. Much nicer than yesterday. How's it going?
Hey, good to see you back here.
Yeah, I figured I'd come for a bit, do an update, and then maybe have a little discussion online about how much a boat really weighs. A lot of comments about that.
Lot of debate on that. My best gas all loaded up and with the diesels in it, which those 671s weigh a lot.
Yep.
My guess would be 80,000 pounds or whatever. It's a heavy goddamn boat. Biggest boat coming out of this lift.
Well, one of the guys who was working on it said 60,000 pounds yesterday. But we looked up the specs for it are 70,000, 71,000.
It's tough to get the exact weight.
And that's without the diesels.
Yeah, this boat was built in 70. They got a lot of equipment on board. The diesels add on so much more weight.
Oh, yeah.
Much more.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Triple.
And it's funny because even though they do have the two diesels in there, it's still front heavy.
So that just tells you how much equipment they got on board.
I would agree.
Well, no surprise the lake is freezing up again.
Yep.
You can still see the remnants of where he cut through the ice there. Yeah. So what's the deal? I know they got to stabilize it so it doesn't tip over on its side from that slope on the ramp.
That's one thing they have to do. I understand they were pretty tired and cold last night.
Oh my God, they were out here since what?
3 days in a row.
I know, 3 days in a row. And
right.
Yesterday since.
And they didn't have no snowmobile bibs on like I did.
Oh man, that was grueling with the equipment, but.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like MacGyver. They just kept.
Well, you get a situation and you just work your way through it.
Yeah.
A little bit at a time, doing the best you can, and then you solve the problems later, and that's kind of what they did. It's one thing to be a doctor, okay?
Yeah.
Because you do repeated things over and over. But people who are like engineers or work like engineers, they have to create stuff every single time. And that's what Swanson had to do.
Yeah.
He had to create a way to make this work, and not only create the way to make it work.
Right, and I'm sure, I mean, he's looking at the dollars on it too. I imagine he could have gone somewhere and haven't spent 50, 60 grand
Yeah.
to get the perfect trailer built, but he made do with what he had there.
Yeah. That's exactly what he did. He made do.
Well,
Here-
I'm kind of glad he made do with that trailer. It wouldn't be always fun watching this.
Right? Right? Well, that was half the fun. Soon as I heard about the trailer, it's like, oh boy, I really, because you're thinking they're going to come out here with a nice hydraulic trailer, zip, 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 grab the thing, pull it out, let it drain and go. But no. No.
I've had some funky trailers over the years. I've had owned boats. First boat was 15, so a bunch of old Chris Crass. I've had 4 or 5 cruisers that I've trailered. Never had anything like this, but I had a triple X trailer when the lake was down. Got too far back, so I get the boat on. The lake was way down. I dropped an axle off the ramp.
Oh, wow. That's never good.
And that was a problem.
That's
I look
never
back on it, nothing compared to this.
Right.
So they must have hit the pad with that prop on the port side.
Either the pad or it's been that way. They hit something earlier in the year. Look at even that prop. We'll go look at it in a minute, but it's even got a rope wrapped around it.
That had to happen. I'm pretty sure a buddy of mine was on the boat with Scott
When that
this
happens.
summer, and then I don't know. I think Scott told me that the boat was not. I mean, you feel it, when the props have beat up.
Right. Oh yeah, you sure do.
But
Even just a little bit, you can feel sometimes.
oh yeah, he's gonna have to bring that sucker in. That thing got banged up pretty bad.
There we go, locked out.
So today, my daughter. Oh, people ask me, Sarah, but she's in the boats too. She's got a 31-foot amberjack.
Okay, cool.
Great Lake Minnetonka boat.
Yep.
And she's got a friend with an amberjack with the diesels in it, which are really rare. And you see where that boat sits down in the water compared to my daughter's boat with the Merc Cruiser 350 V8s. Those diesels are incredible. And the boat, though,
Right.
you can see the extra weight that they add.
Sure. I can only imagine. Well, I think we got enough people here to do a quick update.
Oh, just real quick though,
Yeah.
did they winterize the diesels then? Do you know? They must have. I'm sure.
What do you see on the front of the boat?
Oh,
That's an
They did.
that's an old-fashioned trick that we use these days. Because I got a Chris Craft too,
Yeah.
and even though I drain the engines, I always want to run RV antifreeze through it first.
That's
So
got-
if there's
yeah.
anything in there, it's never going to freeze solid. It'll slush up maybe, but it'll never freeze hard and cause you a problem. So that's very common in these old boats is to do that.
it wasn't that common. Now it's very common. I'd
Yeah.
say 20, 25 years ago, but now it's pretty. I do it.
Well, that's because that stuff wasn't as popular and as
Yeah.
convenient to get, the RV antifreeze.
Yeah.
You can get a couple bucks a gallon, $3 a gallon if you buy it the right time of year.
Yeah. And winterizing those old Chris's, man. If you miss a petcock or something,
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. It's good to protect yourself. That's for sure. Yeah, my petcock's broken, so I just got to take all the hoses off, let it drain out.
I wonder how that's going to happen on a 60, 70-year-old boat. Isn't that weird?
Yeah,
Stuff breaking.
yeah, all the time. That's the one thing about these Chris Crafts. Everything costs $1, $2, $3, $4, or $500. Nothing in between. Nothing in between.
They're a hell of a lot easier to work on, though, those old flatheads.
Sure. No, on these we don't. Someone said you always run antifreeze through the engines. Well, of course, in the lake they don't, but this is RV antifreeze, so it's a little safer for the environment instead of just spitting regular antifreeze out. So, because you can run in potable water system. Anyways, time for an update. Waiting for the people. We got 41. Oh, sorry about that. We can see, compared to yesterday, which was pretty packed, only got one other diehard friend here. He's been here every day and watching what's going on. Of course, he spent a little more time in the car than I ever did. I got nice and cold yesterday, and today, let's take a look. They'll tell us what the temperature is out here. Right over on the sign there. Where's that sign? There we go. I'll have to wait a second, but they'll tell us in a second. There we go, 22 degrees. So this is pretty much as warm as it got yesterday for a while the wind was blowing. And today we don't have the wind, as you can see from the flag. We don't have the crowd. But what we do have is what we all feared, is the ice is forming, reforming. This all pretty much would have been ice if they wouldn't have come through. This is the whole reason they had to get the boat out yesterday. We knew we were going to have a cold night. It got down to 10 degrees or so, 12 degrees. And there we go. We got ice. It's pretty thin, but it's forming. I mean, it's thicker out there where it never melted. So, this is a 1970 58-foot Chris Craft Roamer, aluminum hull. I've been told double hull. It's called the C-Note. It's a well-known boat on Lake Minnetonka. It's been a charter boat for most of its life since 1970 up here. Now, this thing used to get pulled at a certain marina, and they didn't want to deal with the boat anymore after all these years. They wanted to move on, so the owner ended up selling it. And there's a lot of discussion going on with what happened there. But what we have here now is a new trailer this guy had to custom make. We'll go look at that in just a minute. Now, this pontoon here, they used as a dock. They would back it in and out so they could climb on and off the Chris Craft as they brought it in. See, we can see across the ice there. People who don't know the story, Chris Craft came all the way across from that other side, breaking, I don't know, somewhere 3-4 inches ice out there, and it was 6 inches in closer. But that's why they had the pontoon here the day before, and they opened all this up so they wouldn't have to deal with that. They put the back, busted up, put the back of the pontoon in, and ran the engine to circulate the water. But it made it over here the first day, and it made the front end on the trailer, and the trailer was way out there. Way out there. Second day, second video, they actually pulled the boat onto the trailer, but left it in the water. They couldn't pull it out of the water because they didn't have permits, and we had the state patrol and the Orono cops and all kinds of people coming to ask him about permitting. And he's like, well, I can't get the permit till I know this thing's even going anywhere. And he's still not sure when it's going anywhere because they've got work to do. Can't see it anymore. Did earlier. They had some RV antifreeze up on the front of the boat. So right now what they're doing is they're winterizing the boat. That's something we do here, especially in Minnesota, is nice to run a little RV antifreeze through before you drain the engine, just in case, because it gets 30, 40 below where these things are stored sometimes, just to make sure that even if it freezes and there's extra water in there, it doesn't freeze solid. Now, of course, this truck did not pull this boat out. They had a tow truck right up here. You can see he left a little remnants on the sidewalk there. And he had his deals, his feet, plant feet coming down, grabbing the edge of this the one day, and then moving forward and grabbing this curb. So his front end was out here in the road, and what he was doing was pulling this whole thing out. And he worked it pretty good, and it's a fun video to watch, that's for sure. One thing we have had, a lot of people coming by looking. One more. And you can see, tow truck did some damage there before they were able to get the feet planted right up higher. Did even a little worse damage here the first day. They're trying to pull stuff out. Here's a little generator going on up there to keep it warm, or keep stuff going in there.
He saw me with water. Yeah.
So it looks like they're getting ready to get a few of these out off the ground to support the boat so that they can come and work and fix any of these other outriggers that have issues, especially right in here. This is the interesting thing, how some of these bent and custom form themselves because of the weight of the boat. These boats are not light. So obviously it looks like they got some work to do to stabilize this trailer. And this one's got a bend to it right here. But it's still doing its job. Now the interesting thing is you can see the keel sitting in the channel there. The keel's a little dinged up, it looks like. Wasn't really able to get a good look at it yesterday. Because it was getting dark. They didn't want to bug them. Tires chalked up and see triple axle with dualies on each side. Hey, now I see 100 of you on here and only 2 likes. Why don't some of you do me a favor and hit that like button quick? Help out the turbine guy. If you haven't subbed my channel, that, go ahead and hit the subscription button, please. You can see they got her strapped up there pretty good. The front, they got her strapped along the side. Go look down the other side, see how she looks. Now, before we do that, I understand after they get her all shored up here in a couple of days, they were pretty cold and tired last night, I heard. Well, now the sign says 20 degrees. The boat's going to come this way out the lot and go that way up the street, right to about where that pickup is on the right. If you take a left there, it's a Hennepin County transfer station. They're going to turn around there, and then they're going to head back this way. More people coming to watch. And they're going to go up this road a couple of blocks. And there's no way that boat's fitting under them lights, not even close. Boat, lights. So they're going to have to either zigzag around the lights or get them dismantled. I think they're voting for the zigzag deal and go on the wrong side. So it's going to be a 2 in the morning deal. I'm hoping like heck that I get noticed when they're driving, because I'll come out and live stream after that, you know, follow them down the road and all that. I think that'd be a fun video for everybody. Now, let's go take a look down this side of the boat. See what we got going over here. Once again, in the channel. A bit of ice on it. And this, it's actually got a patch, it looks like, right there. May have an issue or may not. Then we can take a look. That keel's in the channel all the way along, just like it's supposed to be. Well, got something draining right here. All the way down. That keel's in there just like it's supposed to be. Then we look at that propeller we were talking about. I think he's going to need a new one. I don't think that thing's getting welded out and balanced right. Actually, it looks like 3 of the 4 blades are bunged up, and that one's really bad. That's something you definitely feel up in the boat. Another reason not to go fast through the ice. Then we take a look. Look at these outriggers. These, with the way they're bent backwards like that, they didn't hit the ground going in. They hit the ground coming out after the boat was on it. All that weight was there. Now, this one's even in the water just a tad, freezing in. But same thing with the bunk on this side. We're gonna have to do some adjustment and see if they like that custom form. Look at this guy's bent up here. This guy's bent out pretty good. It's called custom forming your trailer. Once again, triples on this side. These things looked a little low yesterday. They look a little better today. I guess not sitting in the water for a couple days. Getting out of that water helped. This is an old, old house trailer that they modified to work for this boat. Supposedly, from what I heard, it took supply chain issues, which is why parts took so long to get here, and why this boat ended up having to cut through the ice out there.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Good. Day 4.
Yep, day 4, the day after. The day after. I mean, it was quite
I think they need to do a little redesign
on the trailer.
pads,
Oh yeah.
Trailer pad, the 2-inch pipe. I think I would have gone minimum of 6. I do a lot of fab work, and holy cow, I wouldn't even want to walk next to those pads.
Yeah, I think they kind of wanted pipes that would give anyways, just in case how it was, because they didn't know if it was set right. It's the first time they ever used this trailer.
Oh yeah, well.
So.
When they're 3 feet long vertical, I mean, they'll bend over like nothing with all the leverage.
Oh
on it,
yeah.
you know?
Oh yeah. Top and bottom. Some bottoms were bent too.
Yeah.
So.
Quite a vessel.
Yep, they got her out though.
Yeah.
It's sitting here.
Nice.
another local character. You know, that's one thing that's come out through all of this are the people from around here who are all the local characters. No question about that. You set this down for a minute. So we talked about the fact that they're winterizing it and that they're going to have to take a day or two and customize that trailer properly. There we go. Customize that trailer properly. And they also got the permitting issues, the travel issues up to the shop a few blocks away. They got a lot of work to do. They can even move this thing. There we go. We can see that RV antifreeze on front from here. I know nothing about metal fab. That's pretty funny. Mechanical engineer. I've had my material science classes. Used to work in a machine shop, among other things. I'm not the one that made this trailer, but I got to consider that when they put it on, they wanted all the weight on the keel. I know that. And they wanted the outriggers to hold the thing in place. And I can only imagine if they'd had something too strong that they might have punctured the bottom, or the bolt wouldn't sit right. Oh yeah, that prop is toast. You aren't welding that thing back. I agree with that 100%. That prop is done. But you know what? You get a lot of money for bronze these days. It's like three something a pound. So there you go. That is something I do know about, is scrapping. So anyways, there's been a lot of discussion about the weight of this boat. And one of the workers here said that it was 60,000 pounds. Whereas you look up the specs and it says 71,000 pounds dry weight with gas engines, not the diesels. Well, throw the diesels in there and the fluids, and you are pushing 80, 90,000 pounds. So while 50 tons might not be correct, that's what I was told when this all started, and I just keep using that number to be consistent. It's been a fun discussion about how much this thing really does weigh. It ain't going around the corner today. We're gonna have to wait a couple days for that, and that's the biggest worry with how top heavy this thing is. Are they really gonna be able to secure it to that trailer good enough? Because not even going around the corner so much, but this parking lot ramp, you can see how steep it is over on that side. This side over here is better where they're gonna go. That's why they're going right, because they want to put as little tilt on this boat as they can when they pull it out of here. So that right there was your Bayside Marine update. Bayside Marine in Excelsior, Minnesota. Maybe that's where this guy should have gone. I don't know if they would have wanted to deal with it either, but. Well, I think they're counting on the bunks and the outriggers. Okay, well, if Gigi or Gabe said it's 90,000 pounds, considering he's one who's been pulling it out all these years, I would have to say that's probably accurate. Yeah, I can understand not wanting to do this boat. 37, almost 2 tons each. He's got 7 ton of engine in there. Or not 7 ton, 3.5 tons of engine. Okay, hello. There, we said hello. I'm not going to hang out all day today. There's really not a lot that's going to be happening. I just thought I'd want to come down and do an update. Let people know it's going to be a couple of days. Kind of go over what happened, answer any questions. Yeah. Well, if I get the opportunity, you know, what drew my attention to it this year was that it was stuck in the ice on the other side. You know what he was going to do? He was going to leave it in a channel, okay, called the Narrows Channel. He had it tied up there for a while, and he was going to leave it in there thinking the ice wouldn't freeze as stiff. And problem with that would be snowmobiles going through. You'd have to mark it really well. But I guess so many people called the cops to complain, 400 some calls or something like that, that they asked him to move it. They didn't tell him to, they asked him to. So he moved it. And he got it he got it over onto the other side of the bay here. He got it way on the other side of the bay over there. I guess I could have shown you that. And then he had to wait to get his trailer parts done because he thought maybe he's going to get another trailer and he's looking for other options. I don't know. From what I understand, it took forever for the parts to get here, which is why it took so long to get this boat out. Why this boat was stuck in the ice, and this whole thing happened. Whole escapade. Now, anyone who hasn't yet, hit that thumbs up for me. Could use a few more of those. And I think we're having a guest come by, someone from Bayside Marine. Talk about this boat, talk about maybe the biggest boats they do, that kind of thing. So, I'm going to officially, I guess, bring on board my first sponsor. My first YouTube sponsor. Don't see a lot going on. Considering, yes. I believe they have to do that to get it in the building for sure. So I'm not sure if they're going to do that now here or where they're going to do it. There's a little movement going in there. And someone coming out and around. Haven't heard any engines run. Well, they're going to drain the engines and they're going to run some RV antifreeze through it. What I do is I suck the RV antifreeze out through my water pump, through my whole engine, and when I see it's coming out pink out back, I shut the engine off, then I drain everything. I'm not sure about needing to pull the bridge or not, if permitted or not. I'm not too privy to what's going on with that process, but what I do know is he's going to have to pull that bridge for sure to get it in where he's going, and maybe, I mean, there's no way even if he pulls that bridge, I think it's getting under these stoplights over here. I mean, look at that compared to that. Now they want to go around the stoplights, you know, go down the wrong side of the road for a while and zigzag. There's one more set of lights up there. They wouldn't have to worry about it for that. Said, I think it's just getting it in the shop is the big thing, pulling that bridge off. Got some action here. No, they're just driving by. On their way. What's going on up front? Bring a jug of something up there. I'm gonna walk around the boat one more time before I go in the truck and plug this thing in. You know, for those of you Southerners or warm climate people, when your battery gets cold in your phone, it dies fast. And And not only that, when your battery gets cold in your phone, it don't always want to charge. Go take a look down the sides quick. Do another Bayside Marine inspection tour. What is that? There you go. We've already got one under that pylon to make sure, right where the pressure point is, it's got a lot of support, off the ground. Support there. Giving her the old inspection. Yeah. Only got it in the middle. That's the important thing. Then now what do you do, huh? Suppose one thing at a time. Good time. There's a patch on the front. No idea what that. Oh, there it is. No idea what that's from. They use this thing, pull it out, but not really. They had the tow truck up here, if y'all remember. Another looker. Tow truck up here, if y'all remember. A couple of them the one day. Now they've got these straps around the back of the boat, so when they were pulling it out, the boat wouldn't slide backwards on the trailer. We got two more of these right here, boat standards. Set them up and under. This is a big boat. Not the biggest one I've ever been under. Did I ever see anyone winterizing? They've got RV antifreeze up there. They told me yesterday that this thing was 70 degrees inside. And the engine compartment was too. So they weren't worried about the engines freezing last night because they're running the generator, running the heater, keeping everything warm. Hey, there we go. Hey, Bayside Marine. There's my buddies. Well, I understand I got a pizza coming. Piece of pizza. That's great.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Here's a check.
Oh, hang on. Cool. Thank you.
No, that's not it.
What do we got going?
Summit EPA.
Oh, someone was listening to me.
Hold on.
Somebody was listening. See it right there? Let me put these up where we can get a good look at them. Okay. Here's the deal.
And then your meat lovers pizza.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, there you go.
I got to go get that. Let's see. Look.
Yep, from Bayside.
And those ain't even the small ones.
Nope.
Those are the big ones.
Just
we're
for
all set.
you.
There we go. Bayside Marine. I just did a Bayside Marine inspection of the boat.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. Do you want to park and go sit in my truck?
No, I'm gonna get back to the
Oh,
shop.
you're gonna take off?
Yeah, I'm gonna take off.
No interviews, huh? I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. Like, what's the biggest boat you guys use?
Well,
You
the
guys
biggest
pull up.
boat that I've ever hauled was at the marina. We have a 38 well craft,
Okay.
but that's the biggest that we have at the marina.
How much does that weigh?
That I don't know offhand.
Don't know that
Yeah, I don't
offhand.
know that offhand.
So you don't do very many big boats, huh?
Well, we have a good handful. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head how many we have, but I'm pretty sure it's over 50.
Now, how many slips you guys got at your marina?
I think it's 96, but I think only 80 something are customer slips, and we have a couple service slips.
Couple service slips.
Yep, that's
Okay.
correct.
There you go. And of course, you can get gas there, right?
Nope, no gas.
No
at all.
gas,
No,
no
you gotta
gas.
go over to Beaners, or you have to go over to Tonka Bay.
There you go.
Yeah, we're just a service shop.
There you go. So now we know. Now we
know.
know. And you go back and tell your boss there that I'm going to be sending him a proposal for solar.
Okay, sounds
It's
great.
coming his way.
Okay.
That's going to be his price.
All right.
And I just got mine. Here, fucking A. I'll just go this way. Good thing they can't see me.
Right.
Yeah. Thanks. There you go. I guess I'm going in the truck to keep my pizza warm. Oh, look at that. Come down. Getting ready to winterize them engines?
What's that?
You going to winterize the engines now? Saw the RV antifreeze up there.
Yeah, we still got 50 degrees in the motor compartment.
Oh, cool. So still warm.
No worries at all.
Yeah, I got people asking about that.
No, we got it all under control.
Cool, cool.
Yeah,
Well, you guys did a great job.
thank you.
You really did. I gotta head back to the Super Chevy over there. Looks like they're gonna get warm. I got my pizza. This turbine guy thing's finally starting to pay off a little. I think we'll just set the camera up. That's the boat owner there on the left. He directed and ran the whole thing. Even got in scuba gear to get under and inspect and see what was going on. So he's really paying a lot of attention. Head back to the truck. I don't think I locked it. The sheriff watching. I don't think I'll be having my beers. It's a nice thing about Minnesota. You can just leave the beer outside. It will stay cold for you. Trying to get you guys set up on the dash here. Good enough for a minute. Well, I guess I get to have lunch today. Didn't yesterday. Didn't the past couple of days, but my buddies over at Bayside Marine sure came through this time. Okay. Yeah, I think the first thing I need to do is find my keys and the heater going. Did you guys sliding away on me? Super duper Chevy. My Super Chevy's down in Florida. This baby got 262,000 miles on it. No, 263. Sorry. Oh god, yeah, he's gonna spend a ton of money on this thing. What's wrong with it? I'm gonna plug this thing in and charge it up. Oh. Plug in phone. Oh no. Jesus. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get this doggone phone plugged in, but it's not going to. Oh, no, sorry, my Russian neighbors don't want me to tell you about them. How's that? See how the battery's doing. Yeah, I'm gonna check right now because for some reason my cable ain't plugging in. I'm at 81% right now. Here's what I'll do. I'll turn my brightness down a little. There we go. Yeah, give me an idea. I'm there. This thing's got to plug into that. That's the right thing. What's up? Oh, look at this. Look at this, guys. He forgot to give me. Here, put it in front of the camera right there. Bayside Marine hat. Turbine guy always likes a good hat.
Right.
I'm going to. Well, getting a call, but if you're watching, I can't answer a call. Oh, man, get in there. Certainly looks like the right one. Without a cable. Yeah, I just got to, I'm just going to turn it down. There we go. It's off now. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, that's a slice of meat. Nope. Not that yes, they're going to do stuff. They're supposedly going to winterize the engines. Just told me the compartment's about 50 degrees still, so no big deal. And they're going to start working, I believe, on getting the boat better secured to the trailer. I found the $1 million one. It was I just searched 1970 58-foot Chris Craft Roamer and looked through the deals. Yeah, the right tools are always nice to have. A good pizza. Joey Nova. I think it's in Shorewood. Over towards Excelsior. Hope they're finally getting some work done over at Bayside Marine. Yeah, I was thinking this setting up live streams at the boating ramps on the busy days this summer. Tonka Bay. Okay. Yeah, I bet. Miami boat ramp guy. Haven't heard of him. Wants to be the Minnetonka boat ramp guy. Thing is, there's so many different boat ramps out here. And you could go to any of them and watch it and be quite entertained. We got a little bit of inspection going on out there. What are we going to do discussion, it looks like. Amazing what you see at a boat ramp. There's no question about that. Okay. No, you always got a plan when you get to the ramp and tell your buddies what their job is. Yeah, there you go. Boat etiquette video. What to do at the ramp. It's enough heat in here for now. It's not blowing like yesterday. Yesterday was bad that way. Guess it's lunchtime. Move those cones around and take off and get a burger, maybe. I got me a Joey Nova's single slice. It's about a whole frickin' pizza. Here, I'll show you how big a single slice is. So, you're hungry, they got you covered. There we go, more entertainment. That came courtesy Bayside Marine, who was obviously listening and watching because they heard me explain that Summit Extra Pale Ales are the way to go. This is like pizza for a giant. Oh, yeah. That's how it works. Try going to Texas. Everything's bigger there. Yeah, Saga's good too. I just like the EPAs. I've still got a turbine on my house. Yes, I do. What's the latest? City's corrupt. I suppose that's nothing new. No, we just sold the house next door that we bought from the neighbors after they sued us partially because of our green energy lifestyle. Just goes to show, be careful what you ask for. You know, I got a story with my dock, and both neighbors complained, oh, it's too big, and technically it was. So I redesigned it so it would be smaller, but the boathouse got huge in order to make it work, and then they were mad at that.
but it was legal. Careful what you ask for. Thank you. Well, I'm not a lawbreaker like everyone tries to say. He's a lawbreaker. Well, first of all, they're not laws, they're ordinances regarding zoning issues. So to call them laws is functionally ignorant. But I'm not a lawbreaker. I never have been. And same thing when it goes to codes. I understand the codes. There's a long and sordid story where they would go around the neighborhood with petitions saying I'm a bad guy, sign on and let's get that NIGARD, and try to encourage other people to join in and conspire to try to go against our green energy and our lifestyle. I don't know how else to put it. Minnesota Statute 216F.02, Frank .02, gives every Minnesotan the right to harvest the wind. The funny thing is, through all of this, the city attorneys conveniently forgot to ever mention it to the city council, to the judges, or anything. So it's awful suspect that you get sued for things that state law specifically calls out your right to have. Suppose if I had had guns, I'd have the NRA on my side, then I'd have free legal help. But because it's about wind turbines and green energy, whatever. I'll do an update in a few minutes here for the new people. I don't think I'm going to stay around all day today. I do have a life. That is the question. Will a single axle Mack truck pull this? The answer is downhill maybe. Uphill I'm not so sure. Thank you for that support there. And that's what I am fighting for, is property rights and green energy. And it's not, I'm not about forcing green energy down people's throats. I'm empowering people to take advantage of what they have around them. Some people might have good solar access. Some people might have a lot of wind. You might have geothermal where you can dump into a swamp behind you. You might have a stream going through your yard where you could use micro hydro. There's so many options. We got to get the government out of the way and stop them from going on. Yeah, so Shakopee, yes, you should challenge that. If you want to challenge that, you can tentatively purchase a turbine from me, pending Shakopee approving it. And then, business deals fall apart sometimes. But we could put together an application to the city that says you want one. We can put together, and you submit your building permit application and let them deny you, and then challenge them and say, here, look, you're violating state law. What are you going to do about it? Well, there's two different types of geothermal. One's called pump and dump, and the other has drain fields. And so you'd have to dig up a big drain field like you would for a septic system, but bigger around, so that when you pump the water up out of the earth to use, you have somewhere for it to go. Okay? And now, if you happen to live near a swamp or a lake, you can sometimes just let that water go into the lake or the swamp because it's really not that much water. I mean, modern geothermal systems are so much more efficient than they used to be. I got a friend who's been installing them since the 80s, and they're still running, making these people, saving these people money. So yeah, that's why you would dump it somewhere. Yeah, sometimes when people do have a lot of trees, I tell them if you want to go green, you got to chop down your trees. How else are you going to get the wind or sun? But geothermal would work if you got a lot with a lot of trees. Do you have a well? If you've already got a well, then you've got potential right there to just get a system installed. Yeah, but that's what I do. Solar power, wind power, battery banks. Anybody out there thinking about it for their home, now's the time. Got to sign up with Excel at the beginning of the year if you're around Minnesota to get their rebate because they run out of money fast, and get your project in the queue. And between Excel, the 26% federal tax credit, and if you own a business, you can depreciate it. Your payback times are just a couple of years. If you want to install it yourself, I love selling DIY systems because then I don't have to go on a roof. Somebody else gets to. You got a well, you got a swamp. You're halfway there for geothermal. Well, your septic and your geothermal would have separate drain fields. But that might be the time to install both. If you got to redo it, redo your septic. It's going to be a couple days before this thing gets moving. They're right now. I've seen them put a little bracing around the bottom to support it where they think it needs it right now, and then I think they're going to come along and start readjusting and fixing everything and going from there. It's going to take them a little time. I know they had some. Oh, here goes the sheriff by again. But he didn't come to bug me about my beer. I'm not drinking any, though, in the truck. It's got some water going. Uh-oh. Might have to get out of the truck for this one. One more bite of pizza before the excitement starts. Is he stopping or going? Oh, there goes the sheriff. He's turning around now. Oh yeah, they got a lot of work to do on the bottom of that thing. No question about that, and I think they know it too. Uh-oh. Let's go see what's going on. Sorry to jerk you out of there so fast. Turbine guy wants to know what's going on. Now we got the fun. So what we're waiting for, right guys? Action. Uh-oh. There we go. We've been silenced, folks. Sounds to me like he's got trouble. Heard him say you got to do what you got to do, which means they're just giving him a hard time. I don't know. Yeah, one truck that moved from here.
I am on the case. Absolutely. Can't imagine they're going to threaten to tow this thing out of here. What do you think? Go ahead, tow it, he says. This guy here, I believe, in front of me used to be a captain of this boat. That's what I was told. And we'll get an interview with him after this. At least try. Yeah, as long as they assume the risk. At least he'd have somewhere to store it for the winter. Probably might even be cheaper than where he's leasing. Who knows? Should have put my gloves on. Sure, he's telling him what he's gonna do. Okay. Anyone who wasn't watching, the owner of the boat is now in the sheriff vehicle. He came to talk to him when he saw me. He wanted to get in and talk. So I did hear him say, well, you do what you got to do. And I don't know, they might be giving him a hard time about how long is this thing going to be here or whatever, but Jesus. Really? This is Minnesota. This is Lake Minnetonka, okay? There's a long history on this lake of boating and being, like, relaxed about it. Fortunately, this is the type of stuff that makes it difficult. You know, someone's trying to save a piece of history like this instead of getting into the scrapyard or whatever. Let's give them a hard time and make it even more difficult, you know? I don't know, maybe they're talking about routes. Maybe they're talking about permits. Who knows? Yeah, I wonder what is in his bag. That's the question, huh? No, we'll just let them talk. Not much we can do about that. Maybe we'll go talk to the old guy.
What's the next step?
The next step, well, they're trying to brace it up. As you can see, they got a few issues. So we're going to have to go down each side and brace it up and, you know, make it...
All that stuff bent just from...
Pulling it in or out, going in or out, yeah. Yeah, that's also, they're going to have to do one side at a time, most likely. They got some standards under the other side. They're getting them set to support it. I think they're getting ready to winterize the engines. They had some RV antifreeze up there.
Yeah.
And the sheriff here is giving him a hard time. Now, I heard him say before he went in that, well, you do whatever you have to. But I'm sitting here thinking, you know what I'm thinking? Just tow the damn thing, right? If that's what you're going to do, just tow it. I'll get it next spring. It might be cheaper.
Well, they get the permits to tow it out of here?
I have no idea. But I believe he had to get a permit to get it this far. And get it out of the lake. As we can see, the lake froze. And it's still freezing. So they had to get...
It's a great old boat. I hope they do something with it.
Yep.
I'll son used to drive it
Oh yeah, cool.
years ago. Yeah. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Here, let me get the position this way. Hey, how you guys doing?
Fine.
I-
You took lots of pictures of me yesterday.
Yes. Well, you keep getting in and out of them. No, you might.
Saying, what the hell are you doing?
Really silly. Well, you might think I'm filming you right now, but I'm actually filming the cops. So I'm using you as my screen.
I drove
Keep an eye on those cops.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Is that you captained this boat for a while? When was that?
Pardon?
When was that?
Up to 2 years, a year and a half ago.
Really?
Up to a year and a half.
Sure. So it was just a nice party boat, pretty much.
Well,
That's what I hear.
The last 10 years, we had our special customers. It wasn't like a regular church.
Okay. Okay.
So
So you had a select list of clients. Cool.
What's the name on the back?
you know,
C note.
C note?
Yep. SEA note. NOTE. Instead of C.
God, I don't remember seeing that on the lake, but from a distance.
well, it's on the lower lake for the last 15 years. The guy bought it and moved to the upper lake. To get to the upper lake, you have to take the top off. The top is
To get under the narrows? Yeah. I'm thinking they're probably going to have to do that to get it in any kind of shop around here, too.
Well, it's going up to about a mile. as far as I
Are they putting it inside or outside? Yeah, I think it.
We used to stay at Tuckerman,
Right.
and the person, the guy I know very well, Tuckerman, didn't want
Yeah. No, enough's enough sometimes.
too big a project.
Yeah. Well, as we can see. Right? Right? Now, I got to tell you, I got people asking me what's in your bag.
What's in my bag?
Yep.
Well, not much right now, but I broke my hip October 28th.
Uh-oh.
Can't do much but carry my coffee and my root beer.
Coffee and root beer. There you
I
go.
drank for 46 years.
Oh, yeah?
I gotta keep doing something.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know a couple of guys who were pretty heavy drinkers. When they quit, it was straight to the candy. You know? Got to get that sugar somewhere. Well, hey, thanks for talking.
I like his warm boots.
Oh, yeah.
Sorrel boots.
Yeah, those are
It's
nice.
cold out, I put them on. I don't take them off till April.
Until April.
No, I'm just-
Around here.
I was wondering,
Yeah.
they should have someone here all night long.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah.
There's too many ways they can let this thing go.
Yeah.
And you know what's going on nowadays. Someone would love to see it just.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, you never know. It is by the sheriff stations. That's got to be a little helpful.
They're probably in and out of there all night.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are.
When they do move it, they have to have a certain time.
Yeah, middle of the night. I'm hoping to find that out because I want to go along and I want to film that.
I've been watching your film when I get home at night.
Oh, that's cool.
People call me and say, "Hank, why's your car down there?"
Well, there've been a lot of comments because of your stroller there. So,
You read the other day when I was on top of
yep, I remember that.
How long's the boat been sitting there?
It came in Tuesday, and they got it on the back end of the trailer down there Tuesday. It came all the way across the ice, and then Wednesday they pulled it on the trailer, and yesterday they pulled it out.
across the ice?
No, they drove it through the ice.
Oh, yeah.
No.
It came out on Tuesday. It didn't come out, but
It got here. Yeah.
then they were strapped.
Oh yeah.
They usually,
Yeah, I had that.
They were busting ice with it?
Oh yeah, all the way across. Slow and steady. I live streamed it. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can watch it
I've
coming.
known a few guys over the years on this lake that'll every year they run into shit like that.
Yeah.
They don't pull their boat out on time. They're drunks or whatever they're doing.
Well,
They
the
live in Florida,
you know, the last time I really remember something big like this was the Halloween storm in '91 when a lot of boats got frozen in. And then you'd see one boat going across the lake, and all of a sudden you'd see 2 and 3 right behind them. You know?
Blazing the track.
Well,
Yep.
my charter boat got frozen in and taken across the South Bay.
Really?
Cochran's old part of our family. And took water. I used to stay on the boat.
Really? Where else are you gonna go?
Yeah,
Where else are you gonna go?
yeah, we've been on the family has been on the lake since 1885.
Really?
So the lake is part of
That's a long time. And I thought I was doing pretty good. I got out here in the mid 60s.
Big changes since then.
Oh, geez, are you kidding me? I got a 1954 Chris Craft 17 foot that my dad bought in the late 60s. We had it over on North Arm. Back then, that was a medium sized boat. Today, you got to watch where you're going on the weekends with it.
Yeah, you don't want to be out there with one.
No, not at all.
It's no fun.
That's why I got a 27 foot Constellation, so we can get around on the weekends. Yeah.
Have a good
All right.
day,
Yep.
John.
Nice talking, guys. There you go. Why don't we do a Bayside Marine update right now? We'll start on this side of the boat. The people who are new to today's stream, they aren't really going to be doing a lot today, from what I understand. They're winterizing the engines. It sounds like the generator just died. But we can see that the keel is in the center channel just like he wanted. A lot of these outriggers custom formed themselves to the boat when the boat got on it. That the boat is on the trailer. Now this is a 1970 58 foot Chris Craft Roamer aluminum hull. It's got a couple of patches. One up over to here. That one looks okay. One right down there. Now they've got these straps wrapped around the back because when they pulled the boat out, they didn't want the boat sliding back on the trailer. And that succeeded. Took them a while to set up yesterday. Now we got the sheriff talking to the owner in there about what's going to happen next. From what I understand, boat. Hey, look at that. No problem. There we got a fan. Someone happy to watch. What I understand, the boat's going to come out and go this way up to the Hennepin County Transfer Station, kind of right at the bend on the left. Hey guys, more friends. I should just sit out here and wave. There we go. But they're going to turn around at the transfer station, then to bring the boat back this way, several blocks, going in and out of the stoplights, weaving back and forth because there's no way this boat is going to fit under them lights. This ain't going on 494, this is just going a few blocks away. So, you know, they got to get it set. The big problem is they can't come this way. Look at the angle of that parking lot. But this side over here is not so bad. So I think that's why they're going that way. How you doing?
Anybody here besides you?
Oh, yeah.
Looking for the owner.
He's in talking to the sheriff right there.
Like he has been doing for 4 days straight.
Yeah. Kind of never ending. Yeah. So you know the owner?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a while?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I heard about this a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, what? I had to build a trailer for this thing really quick.
Oh, so you helped him build it?
No,
No?
but I heard about it through another buddy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I was out here live streaming and I got the boat coming across the lake.
Oh,
And
did ya?
I was here yesterday, day before when they pulled it on the trailer, and yesterday when they pulled it out. At one point I had 2,200 people watching from around the world. You'd be surprised.
Yeah, one of his employees called me and said they've had so many TV crews here and sheriffs and police.
Oh, the cops, yeah.
As soon as that boat got over here, I guess. So
Yeah. Oh, they were, yeah, pretty much as soon as it
trying
got
to
over.
shut them down.
Yeah, well, causing problems.
Oh, yeah, I tell you.
Yeah, no crime out here. You got to do something right. I was just talking about that, though. You know, the guy's trying to save a piece of history, part of Minnetonka, right?
Yeah.
You know, let's help the guy accomplish his goal. I understand there's a GoFundMe going, which, you know, I might actually get behind and start supporting with my channel here if the cops keep harassing him. Look, man, if we can pay his tickets and other stuff or whatever they want to do, why not, people?
Get the boat out of here. I mean, it was just a bad situation. You know?
It just was, you know, but this is Lake Minnetonka, you know. I grew up around here. I'm sure you did too.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be not really backwoods, but, you know, there's a lot of money, but they were still normal people.
Yeah.
You know?
Now everybody's got a fuss about everything.
Yes, everyone's worried about this and that. Well, did you hear about that guy in Orno with the wind turbines that's been fighting them for years?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've watched his videos.
that's me.
That's you?
You're on mine right now.
Oh, I didn't even recognize you.
Yeah,
Yeah, up on the peak of your house?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Don't you have a bunch of shit going on with your neighbor next door?
Well, we just,
I remember you were tearing a fence down in one of your videos.
yeah, that's right after we bought their house. That fence was junk. He sued me over it. Oh, it was just such a joke.
Yeah.
And the judges were too, but yeah, so we just actually closed on that today and sold it to someone else.
Your house or the neighbor?
The neighbor's house.
So you bought them just to get them out of there?
Well, they sued us and we bought their house. What does that say about the quality of their lawsuit? Right?
Yeah, no, I was watching. I think you were sitting in a lawn chair with a
Yeah.
cocktail and you were...
Pulled the saw out, chopped down an arborvitae, and had fun.
You know, if you had an 80-foot wingspan,
100 feet in the
100
air.
feet in the air,
Yeah,
I don't want to stare at that.
right.
Your thing is what, this big?
Yeah, a little bigger. It's about 3 feet wide. Yeah. No kidding.
I know. I watch your video. I'm going, I hate people so bad. Not you.
Right.
Not the neighbor.
Yeah, people who do that. You know, and the one thing I always said is, if they just quit staring at me, they wouldn't have a problem.
Live and let live.
Exactly.
You know?
So turbine guy says, live and let live, which is what I do. Live and let live.
Well, I'm
You
glad
heard
you
it
got
here.
that resolved.
Yes, it is resolved, and the other neighbor moved too. So
On the other side, yeah?
yeah, so we're all set.
Good.
We're all set. Neighborhoods changing like they always do. That's the whole point. People don't understand that. Neighborhoods change. People change. You know, things change. You just got to go with it. And Jesus, talk about change out here. Huge change. Oh, hey, he wanted to see you.
Oh,
I'll leave you guys. I'll let you guys.
No.
I ain't gonna interfere in no private conversations. But it looks like the sheriff's finally done with him. He wants to have a private talk about something. That's fine. I'm just not interested in bothering him that way. But this side of the boat, remember they use that pontoon to go in and out and do some ice breaking and all that. Nope, there we go. Sheriff's on his way out. So let's think about that. Let's use that GoFundMe page maybe to help him out. Any legal fees or stuff like that, or maybe even some permitting fees. I don't know. Let's help. Let's do our bit to save this baby. Go as far out as I can get behind it. Let's go down and look at this side. I haven't shown this side in a few minutes. I'm gonna go sit in the truck again where it's warm. Now that the coppers are gone. So yeah, I don't know if someone wants to post a link to that GoFundMe, and then people can help out. Maybe pay his legal fees or permit fees or whatever. No fox heads today. They're gone. I think the fun's over. There's a couple guys wearing fox hats yesterday.
Figure out if this was already something to begin with.
It was a house trailer.
That's what I thought.
Yep, with the outriggers that come out and adjust.
Okay. They just kind of modify it.
Yeah, the outriggers there that come out. Yeah, he modified them. Exactly what he did. But then you look at how some of this stuff was just like custom molded.
Yeah, they were trying to build this thing as fast as they could.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, I believe it.
yeah.
I believe it. But now they got a few of these under here because obviously this is where they think the support issue is right
Oh,
now.
hell yeah.
None on the other side, but they think this is the issue.
This is one big goddamn boat.
Oh, yeah. It is. So look at these. On the bottom, those bent coming out, not going in. So after the boat was on it and all the weight was on
Yeah,
it,
you grab that lip back there.
yeah, grab something and went.
Oh, yeah, look at those propellers.
The other one's not so. The other one I think could be saved. This
Oh
one,
my god.
this one's done. Yeah. That never helps, does it? Never.
No, you can't let something like this go to waste.
No.
It's not like, you know, he needed the boat or had the money, but...
Right.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Pretty insane. Just short of a ship.
Yeah. Well, you know, I was on the Enterprise years ago,
Oh, okay.
and I actually got to walk under that thing in dry dock.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my God, it
I
was
watch,
so
I
big.
watch videos of that crap.
Oh,
You know, we're
Yeah.
doing dry dock.
yeah,
I mean, the thing's like, what are they, like 1,400 feet?
1,100 feet. The
11
Enterprise.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
And those propellers are about the size of this boat.
yeah.
Those things are it's just amazing.
Oh, yeah. The propellers weighed.
Aren't they like 11 feet around or something?
Propellers. It's been so long. Pretty sure the propellers weighed like 45, 50 tons each,
Yeah.
and the rudders were about 35 tons each.
Brass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all custom designed and this and that. Remember when we took them off to have them reworked, and then they put them back on and all
Did it
that?
have the pods?
What the?
Were they like this, or did they have those big pods that turn the propeller around?
Oh,
They
no.
don't have rudders anymore. They just
No, back then. Back then we had rudders. We had rudders and propellers. And I'll tell you, what we would do. A lot easier when I can see myself. What we would do is we'd be doing some like high speed runs, and they actually downgraded the size of the reactors on that ship because they were too big. The ship went too fast. It outran everything. It would do 65 miles an hour. That's how fast that thing would get. 190,000 tons. When I got to it, it wouldn't quite go that
They don't-
fast.
I mean, I understand the reactors, it's not fuel, but don't they have throttle control?
Oh well, yeah, they do, but there was just no need to put such big reactors in.
I suppose.
Uranium's not cheap. Okay, so uranium's not cheap. So anyways, we get going to head flank sometimes, and we do a high speed turn, and they'd have everything lashed down, airplane, and that thing would go, and turn on its side and then come back around.
When they
right?
should be going the other way. You know, like a boat.
Right.
Like a boat would do this, but a ship always dips in.
Right. But this one did like a boat. You know why? Because not only did they turn with the rudders, the outside propeller would be a head flank. This one would be a head 2/3. The third one would be idle, and this one would be full reverse.
Yep.
So you'd use the propellers just like you can with these
Slow
boats
one up or steam one down.
to help twist the boat around faster.
Yeah. Well, that's why they started coming with this deal.
Yeah.
Because if you got this, the boat always
It wants to go one
yeah,
way.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
No,
did they
quite
do-
interesting.
So did they do all that
Oh,
after the boat was?
Yeah. They put that channel on under there,
Wow.
and those bolts have some.
Rollers.
Yeah, not really rollers because they're super low. They wanted to stay as low as they could with it,
Sure.
but more like nylon sleeves or
Yeah.
something on them. Which I don't know. Those things might have just been squished right away.
Oh, I'm sure they're garbage. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, they put that on, and then they put the outriggers. Welded these onto the outriggers, and then welded the bed on.
Ooh.
Yep. Yeah, see, some of that happened when the boat sat on. So some of the stuff happened when you're moving the trailer back and forth, and some
Yeah.
happened when it sat down.
Trying to keep the cigarette smoke out of your.
No, that don't bug me. Man, I was in the Navy. Are you kidding me? Everybody
You've seen worse
freaking
than that,
smoked.
huh?
Everybody smoked.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you got 12 miles out to sea, there was no tax on the cigarettes. So everyone waited till we got out to sea.
Oh, yeah.
We had a ship store that sold tobacco. I don't think they have that anymore, but that's the way it was.
No, everybody wants their money now.
Yeah. No, this thing's not moving today. Yeah, people asking me questions sometimes on my feed.
No, I think they're dealing with permits or something.
Well, they're dealing with permits, but they got to come through, and they got some adjustment to do here to secure
Yeah.
this thing to the trailer, for sure. Absolutely, they do. Then once they get the adjustments done, I'm sure. There's another patch right up over here. Pretty big patch.
You know, that's not too bad for coming through ice.
Yeah, they told me that it was blue. Nice and blue before they hit the ice.
Oh, God.
The ice took all of that off.
Wow. Yeah, that's a big goddamn boat.
Yes, it is.
I used to move boats.
I got a 27-foot Constellation. I wouldn't want anything bigger. That's too big.
Right.
You know, I got to back that down where I live, so I can get it in my yard.
Wow. I see my buddy. I'm going to go chat with him for a minute.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit in my truck for a few minutes and warm up and let my
Yeah.
stream go. Still, my battery's dead.
Yeah. Well, it's nice meeting you.
Absolutely, nice meeting you
Yeah.
for sure. Nice talking.
Yeah. Well, good luck with your. Well, you're all done with the windmill thing then, right? Or you still gotta fight the higher ups about that.
Well, we're actually suing the city right now in federal court for abuse of process, violation of rights, and all kinds of stuff. Because get this, they prosecuted my wife and I for failure to obtain a permit to replace a driveway. Criminal prosecution. I represented, turbine guy represented himself in court pro se and was found not guilty.
I mean, how many people do you drive by and they got 20 panels of
Solar
up on their roof?
Yeah.
That looks tacky.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to look at that.
But that's the whole point. You can't regulate looks. And this idea that they're going, it's health, safety, and welfare.
It's not like you got junk cars on blocks in your yard.
Right.
You're going
Right.
green.
Yes.
Everybody's going green.
Yeah. And they're fighting it. City of Orono.
Stupid.
See ya. Nice meeting ya. Gonna head back to the super duper Chevy. Warm up a little more. It's not that bad today. As you can all see, the lake has frozen over. So that's why they had to get the boat out yesterday. I mean, it's not very thick right now, but I went down and looked, and that ice is getting thicker even during the day today. It was a thin sheet earlier. Now it's actually starting to build a little. So all the people complaining that these guys are wrecking the ice for the ice fishing, don't worry about it. This thing's gonna freeze up hard, no problem, in no time. Well, that was our big excitement. The sheriff came, talked to the owner for a bit. There you go. Well, that was my whole goal of approaching Governor Walz about the wind turbines, is let's mass produce them here in Minnesota so they can get cheaper and we can be the people who spread micro wind around the country. But he didn't want to talk to me. Oh yeah, he's in a tough situation with this boat, and you got the government making it tougher, coming over to give him a hard. That's the last thing he needs to do, is have his daily chat with the cops. I mean, what's different from yesterday to today? I don't know. Let's do a battery check. Battery 55%. I think I'm going to take off when it's done today. Heat. Yeah. I don't think Rock Fam has anything big enough for this. They used to do it over at Tonka Bay Marina, and the owner over there was done with it. There you go. Now I heard Gabriel put a statement out on Facebook because there was controversy over this. I haven't seen the comment yet though, or the statement. Gabriel's a good enough guy. He means well. Oh, he's a better guy than a lot of people around here that I know, that I've run into. Yeah, there you go. Chop it out. Use it as a fish house.
I think that might just be a little heavy. Yeah, someone just pulls right in the way. Well, there's nothing really to see. Hey, I'd be glad to moderate a debate. It'd be fun. Yeah, I'd agree with that comment. How's it going?
Just watching you.
Are you?
Hell yeah.
There you go.
What, when's he supposed to move this thing? I know he's planning on taking it down. I heard you hitting Joey Nova's pizza too.
No,
Giving that little
no
pump that they give you free pizza?
No, my new sponsor, Bayside Marine.
Bought you pizza?
Yeah, they brought me some pizza and beer.
Beer too.
Yeah, and
Can't beat that.
a hat.
You gotta love that, brother.
No, I do love that.
So what, I know they're going down to the corner there, the Hennepin County.
The transfer station, yeah, and then coming back this way to get up to the shop.
When they doing that move?
I'm not sure yet. I'm hoping to find out though, because I want to follow them, even if it's the 2 in the morning. Most likely, it's gonna be.
See that dude post that $1 million boat on Facebook? And
No.
it tipped over.
No, I didn't.
58-foot boat. They had it on a trailer. Multi-million-dollar brand new boat. Big rigs, bring it up the hill, turn the corner, and the whole trailer.
Boom. Oh, geez.
The guy says, I can see this going on with C-Note.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's why they're not coming this way, because this parking lot's so steep, and that's the flattest route.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what's going to happen when he's got to go over curbs.
Well, keep us in the loop here so we know when...
I will if I can, yeah. I'm going
I'm
to...
just a mile away, so I want to watch it go down the road.
Yeah?
It's something to see.
Oh, I agree.
Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate it. Yep. You know, another Turbine Guy fan stops by to say hi. Can't beat that. Now, it's an old house trailer that they modified. So it had been used for years for moving houses, like mobile homes. But it got modified for this. You know, because this guy's not like the super wealthy guy, okay? He's just trying to take advantage of an opportunity and trying to make it work with what he has. Or what's available to him. Well, I appreciate that support. I do agree. I think I'd win in a landslide. Well, what's going on here? She parked in my way. Let me roll down a little. Give me a little better view. There we go. A little better. Of course, she's illegally parked. The sheriff when you need him, huh? A battery check, where are we? 51% it says. All right, thanks, buddy. John there. Thanking me for being here. Anybody out there ain't giving me a thumbs up yet, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. I got 100, then 200, then 300 subscribers the last 3 days for a total of 600 plus. Really appreciate it, guys. She's leaving now. So I can back up. Where I belong. Yeah, we're his party guy. Pair of shorts, a t-shirt, a cooler, and some music, huh? See how that goes today. Well, everybody's bugging out now. Well, they're getting the pontoon out of here, maybe? Time to bring that thing home? That might have been part of the agreement with the sheriff. Yeah, we'll get that pontoon out, he said. Maybe. I'll go back down to the boat in about 5 minutes. Still warming my feet up a little bit. Uh-oh. Something going on. Go down and... Nope, he's coming back up now. They're getting ready to pull the pontoon. Should we go look quick? Let's go look. See if they got any issues. I remember the other day
when they were putting the pontoon in for a bit, that the two of the tires were frozen, like literally not spinning as they were sliding the boat down the thing. Well, they want to pull it forward. Oh, that boat, it's not all the way on is the issue. It's only going to work for a bit. Back two wheels weren't spinning last time until they got in the water and unfroze, but we'll see. Guess he's kind of got to do it this time of the year anyways, because otherwise boat ramp would be busy and he wouldn't be able to tie it all up. Yeah, it's so much better than it was. Yeah, I'm not going to be around for long. I just thought I'd come do a deal. What the cops want?
Well, everybody's very intrigued, and I'm sure you seem to be.
Yeah. I hope he can get the hell out of here. Well, he's going to have to move that truck on the left. We're just pulling it out so far. There we go.
We're supposed to keep our work area tighter for safety.
Oh, okay. So that's a compromise.
That is a compromise. Safety first.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you know, they don't have a lot to do out here.
Luckily the lake went out good enough where I don't think anyone's crazy enough to go out there.
No, I agree with that. It's going to be a bit. Going to have a good 0-degree day. Well, you guys did a good job. Got a lot of support. You know, there's a GoFundMe going for you out there. Do you hear that?
Well, hopefully things don't get too out of hand and we can finish our task and
Yeah.
But at least we made it out of the water.
Yeah. I mean, that's monumental.
That was cold yesterday.
Oh, I can imagine. I can imagine.
But I know you caught it all on video, and a lot of the Tonka boys that were helping yesterday did a good job.
Yeah.
Real good.
I agree, because it certainly seemed to me that a bunch of people just showed up to help.
Yep, Tonka boys race team, friends we all grew up with,
Okay.
came and are real good and in tune with what we were doing.
Yeah. A lot of people are. There's a lot of people rooting for you.
Well,
There are.
we hit a major task, of getting this far.
Oh, God, yeah.
We got a little ways to go, but,
The end is in sight. You can take a deep breath now.
yes.
Exactly.
Today it's just winterize the boat and shut the motors down and go from there.
And then come back and fix the trailer, I assume.
We gotta do a little bit of work. The blueprints for the boat from the factory museum are either wrong or they modified this boat at some point, and that's why we bent our rails. They still serve their purpose.
Yep.
To keep the boat, because this is a new kind of design to be able to help these big boats with nobody available to work on them.
Uh-huh.
To be able to get them out in emergency. This trailer we're building, which wasn't quite ready, but necessities.
Right.
You got to get here. Will actually be good for the future for other things.
Oh, that's great. So you got a future plan.
Yeah, we're in the business, and we do
Well, name your business. Let everybody hear.
U.S. Boat Recreation.
There you go. U.S. Boat Recreation, just like the truck says.
Yeah, we do a lot of good things for a lot of people, and I care probably more about this lake than anybody.
Well, you and me both, buddy. You and me both. I've been out here.
But safety is number one.
Yep.
Everybody wants to hurry up. And
No, not with a project like this.
I just say no. We're going to take it one step at a time.
Yep.
And nobody will get hurt.
Yep. Yeah, I'm talking to a few people saying that, looks like he doesn't want to hear from people or this. And I'm like, look, this guy's got a tough job. He's got to stay focused on what he's doing and pay attention to all the details so nothing bad happens.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
These bigger boats are in a different category.
Yeah.
And, the service people that take care of them are downsizing.
Yep.
And that's not really good
For this lake in particular with all the money out here.
Yeah, well, I mean, this boat was a charter boat. There's lots of other charter boats
Yep.
that are struggling, and what if about keeping those charter boats able to do things is important.
Oh, yeah.
To me, anyway.
Sure.
It isn't all about just this boat. It's about the sustainability of what people come to our lake for.
Sure.
Not just, some idiot broke the ice to pull his boat out because it's late season.
Right.
Nothing to do about that. So.
No, that just happened to be what happened to be.
Yeah, you can't build these things overnight, and with the COVID, you couldn't get parts.
Yeah.
We had to work with the parts we could get in order to get to this point.
Right.
And we did it. We got it out of the water.
Yep.
That's something. And but we're gonna have to do some of this and of that.
So there's a lot of people out here worried about what's going to happen when you go around the curve or got to tip it a little bit.
We are. That's why we're going slow.
Yeah.
We don't want any problem. And so, unfortunately, unbeknownst to really what I ever paid attention to, there's no companies that can really move this stuff that are in.
Sure.
And yet there's a lot of these boats on the lake.
Well, to me, the problem is those companies are all on the coast. And these boats are for the coast. But once you get these big boats up here, it's a different animal.
This boat was brought up here for a charter boat, and it did its service. And the other people that were caring for it elected not to.
Mm-hmm.
And that put it in this position.
So what are you going to do with the boat then?
We don't know.
Okay.
It's all about one step at a time. I keep saying that. No matter who, whether it's the helpful law enforcement agency or whatever, it's no matter what you say.
Yeah.
It has to go in a progression.
Well, while here and there talking to the sheriff, I was just saying, I'm going, you know what? If you want to tow it, go ahead and tow it, right?
Well, there's only one man to call, and I don't think he's dealing with it.
So there you go. There you go. Well, hey, thanks for talking. There you go, folks. We got more than we bargained for. Here, I'm going to walk down that other side now, like I promised. Maybe go walk around both sides and go back, get in the truck for a minute. And I can actually get behind the boat now. The pontoon, they pulled it out. Looks like he dropped his skag down here a little bit and he had to pull the boat out to get the skag off the cement. Doesn't look like any real damage. It's a little slippery. There we go. Of course, that propeller is all beat up. Pretty much not savable, but hey, brass is 3 something a pound. You're gonna get a few dollars out of that. But you heard what he said, that contour of this boat is not what the document said that they obtained from the Historical Museum, which is the only place to find documents for something like this, other than maybe eBay. They got this side braced up nice. Maybe this is where they're going to be working next. Or maybe that's where they're concerned about something for now. Keels in the channel all the way along, just like they wanted. They got bolts. I don't know if you can see. It's got some sort of nylon spacer around it. It's not just steel on steel. They got me trapped in here. Out of here. Here we go. Go look at that ice quick. Let's see how that ice is doing. Come down and look. There's the ice. Let me stop a little fun here. This ice is frozen. There's a nice chunk to toss out there. There we go. There you go. Chipped her. Made a hole. The thing wasn't very heavy though. I think a rock would have gone through. You wait till tomorrow. A couple of days. You'll be walking on it maybe. So tighten up the work area, they said. U.S. Boat and Recreation, name of his company. Obviously tows a lot of boats around, but that answers a question as to why he can do this. Just leave this truck here without it costing him. It's his truck. But we got here, for anyone who just joined, a 1970 58-foot Constellation, or not Constellation, Romer, aluminum hull. They brought it across the open water. Not the open water, they made open water going through the ice. One day, second day, they got it on the trailers. Yesterday, they pulled it out of the water. So you heard them. There's some work to do yet. They're going to winterize the engines today. They're going to start working on fixing this trailer up a little bit. And they're going to go from there. So they're tightening up their work area. That was the compromise with the sheriff today. Tightening it up. South Africa, really? Hey there. Hey, Dempsey. We got someone from Montour Park, South Africa watching.
Oh, wow.
You want to say hi to South Africa?
Hello, South Africa.
There you go.
Hope you're enjoying all the fun on the ice.
Fun on the ice. Well, it's wrapping up today. I just had an interview with Chris, so that was nice. He kind of explained stuff, and You know, just a normal guy we all think he is.
Yeah.
He's trying to save this thing. Said he doesn't know what he's going to do with it yet,
Yeah.
which can make sense.
Yeah.
So,
Fun stuff.
yeah. Said he was cold yesterday. I can only
I
imagine.
couldn't imagine.
No. That water, you know, a dry suit isn't a warm suit.
No.
When you watch that Bering Sea Gold, they pump hot water down there to keep them warm.
Yeah. In your suit.
In the suit. That's right. That's right. So what are you up to today?
Not much.
Living
I'm gonna probably go say hi to Kayla sometime today.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on over.
Ah.
Why not?
Might as well.
You want to hang in the truck for a minute?
I'm gonna go talk to these guys and try to see what's gonna happen.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
let
keep.
you know.
Yeah, let me know.
For sure.
Thanks. All right, folks. That's what they call an inside source. Inside source. Yeah, just give me a second. Put you guys down. Let's talk about that interview. That was nice. I really appreciated that he stopped to talk to us. That was really nice. Highlands, North Carolina, Chicago. But we got to talk to the owner just a minute ago. Let me get some heat going. There we go. Today, 21 degrees. The truck says. I think it said 18 over there or something. 20 over there. So same temperature we had yesterday, but the wind just isn't there. And that wind, oh my goodness. Imagine those guys are going in and out of the water with the wind going. Oh, that would have been cold. Battery check, see how much longer we got here. 40%. You heard from Chris, not much to see today. Gonna be pretty boring, he said. So. Suppose they probably want to leave the pontoon here till the boat's ready to go, just in case. A couple of days, they're going to have to bust that ice open again, just like they did last time. They think they're just going back in. Oh, there goes the sheriff. It's his own boat. Well, they made it by. They sure do drag that thing around a lot. That airboat. Just a pontoon. If for some reason they need to get behind it, I don't know. Something slips back, but I can't imagine why. I think they'd want to get rid of the pontoon by now. Especially if that boat wants to tip over the one way. And y'all heard. He's worried about it tipping just as much as any of us are. Yeah. I'm sure my neighbors would be happy to see anything happen to me. Even though I'm the other way around, even through all this stuff they did, when the guy fell off his ladder, shattered his leg with his second heart attack, I'm the one calling 911 right away. So.
He didn't say. When I talked to Chris just a minute ago, he said it's one step at a time. Today's winterizing and a few other things, and then they're gonna have to spend a day or two getting that trailer ready to go. And I got a buddy who's gonna keep an eye on that for me. So it's gonna be a couple of days yet till it moves from here to somewhere else. Thank you. I'm not going to be back for long today. Yeah, nice quote there. Either die a hero or live long enough to be determined a villain. Well, I'm not dead yet. You don't get to call me a hero. You can if you want, I guess. Nah, fishing charter boat. I don't think it's rigged for it, to be honest. I don't think it's rigged for that at all. But Superior would be a good place for this, or the St. Croix River, be a good place for this boat. And a lot of big boats on the St. Croix. Hey, thanks for the compliment. You want to do me a favor? You can call the city of Orono or send emails to the mayor of Orono. Tell him I'm a hero to you. Dennis Walsh, Orono, Minnesota. Find his email on the website. It'll drive him nuts. And then when he doesn't respond, go, how come you didn't respond? Oh, that's straight. Yeah, I'm sure they'll get their stuff out and clean it up. Hey, 100 thumbs up. Anyone else who hasn't done it, give me a thumbs up. Let's build that number. If you haven't subbed my channel, please hit the sub button. Boom. Well, as you can see, not a lot going on today. I mean, it's like when I said to him, it's like you can take a deep breath now. He's like, yeah. The boat's out of the water. The boat's on the trailer. The hardest part of all this has been accomplished. No. Yeah, Dempsey said he might stop by, Kayla. You heard that. I got another 5 thumbs up. Thank you. Turbine Guy, thanks too. Thanks all of you for supporting me and helping out. It gave me a great idea. The prop damage, I don't think that was from the ice because it wasn't pretty even or equal around. And the way this boat is, the front is so heavy and he wasn't going fast coming across that the bow was just plowing through it and pushing all the ice aside. So I don't think any big chunks got into the propeller much, the propellers. Plus it's just one, it looks to me like he hit a rock somewhere sometime. What it looks like to me. Battery check, 36%. There you go. Yeah, Dempsey's right over here. I don't think it was damage at the landing. That damage looks old and curled funny, and it's only on one blade. The boat is not going to move for a couple of days yet. They're winterizing it today, and then they've got to shore up that trailer. Got a comment. The ice would not have damaged that prop. Yeah, I got to agree with that. Yeah, I got a new hat today. Do you see that? That's from my sponsors at Bayside Marine. Your boating helpers, I guess. Go there for all your boating needs. Got a ton of slips, they said today. Oh, some decent sized boats, nothing like this. No, that was last night. I got home and my kid helped me, and we got that garage all cleaned out. I heard later, Kaylor said someone wanted me to live stream that. Look, turn that dinger off. Yeah, well, 22 degrees is warm. You know, y'all don't realize in about 20 days or so, we're going to be like minus 20, minus 30. And when it gets to be 22 degrees, that's t-shirt weather.
Still wearing flip-flops.
Are you? No,
Not today.
Yeah, did you see the sheriff came by today?
Just now.
A little bit ago. Paul sat in the car for a bit. Talked to him. Well, is it Paul or Chris? I think it's Paul.
Paul.
Yeah, I keep getting it wrong. I meant Paul.
It's Paul.
No, when I said Chris, I meant Paul. I just got it wrong. But they want him to tighten up his work area. Asked him, is that the compromise? And he laughed. Yeah, that's the compromise.
Yeah. That's what he's gonna do.
I'm not sure what that means. But you know, what's a day out here without the sheriff stopping by to say, hey?
Yeah. They always do.
Just because the sheriff doesn't want you to forget that they're here. You know?
No, never.
They don't want that. It wasn't the brakes. They were just, they thought it was a brake issue, but the things were just frozen. So once they slid it back in the water, not like it thawed out, but it thawed the shit out. And they were spinning again, so.
Probably another whole week.
You know what Kaylor told you? Think that long, huh?
Yeah.
Whole week, maybe.
A lot of work to do.
Oh yeah. It's a
You're
big
gonna add
boat.
hold stabilizers and what do you call them? The arms, the
outriggers.
outriggers. I think they're gonna add some to the trailer too.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fix a few.
Yeah.
You know what I keep calling it? A custom formed trailer. The boat custom formed it to its.
Well, the trailer can actually be 8 feet longer than it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can extend it to be longer, but then there's more bend in it.
Sure.
So it's not safe like that.
Sure.
So that's why
it's not as strong.
That's
then,
why
yeah.
it's keeled off 12 feet in the back, because all the weight's in the middle of the boat. That's where the motors are in that boat.
Right, and yeah, I heard that
So,
the boat's front heavy.
Yeah. So they decided to shorten the trailer up.
Interesting.
So the trailer could be
So
almost as long as the boat.
shorten it, yet have it stronger.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go get some boat tarps.
Yeah. You gonna stop by later, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
I'll see if Swanee wants to run me over. I'll talk to you.
Yep. Have a good one.
You do. Appreciate it.
There you go. Dempsey works with them, so we got a bit of an inside source as to when this thing's going to be moving. Yeah, I know. We've been calling out for Party Guy, but he hasn't come back yet, yesterday or today. My guess is he's on his way to Florida to party. You know, I would go, but it's kind of fun watching the people just come by, stop, take pictures and all that. Shows you what a spectacle this is. Yeah, no Fox guys today. I haven't seen their little contraption. They're probably watching at home right now. They were watching in their contraption. Maybe Party Guy over partied. Maybe it turned out to be a bad idea. I don't know. Hey, there we go. Got some buddies driving by right now just to say hi. Zoom it in a little. Nope, not much going on today. When I'm done streaming, I actually did an interview with Paul earlier today, the owner of the boat. You know, he basically just stopped to talk to me for a minute. So, fun interview. Answered a lot of questions for a lot of people. And basically the boat's going to be sitting here for a couple, 3-4 days. I don't know. A friend of ours says maybe a week till they can really move it. But today they're winterizing the engines. Saw some RV antifreeze up there, and then that's what Paul said. And supporting the boat a little better where it's sitting. And then they're going to come back and they're going to modify the trailer because he said that the schematics he got from the Chris Craft Museum were not accurate to this hull. So, because they weren't accurate, he wasn't able to build, that's why the boat went on a little funny. And I'm going to go down in a few minutes and go around the boat one more time for people today in just a few minutes here. But as far as when the boat's moving, it's like I said, it's going to be a bit. Hopefully we'll know. I may come by on occasion and do a quick stream just to see what's happening, day by day, so we can follow how he's dealing with this. And Paul's the kind of guy that says, hey, take one step at a time, and that's what I'm doing with all. He says, I keep saying that to everybody. He said, even our friends in law enforcement, something like that. So, he's trying to be as diplomatic as he can. He's trying to get through a very difficult situation, and he's doing it at the pace he thinks he needs to do it in order to do it right and safe and not have this thing tip over. Because I mentioned to him, there's a lot of people online here, people like you 192 that are watching now. Mentioned to him, there's a lot of people on here that wants him to succeed. They don't want to. I know there's people who want to see it tip over. There's a lot that are sending him good wishes, which is true. So he's happy to hear all that, but he's going to go at his pace, putting this thing in, or pulling it out and putting it into storage, and getting it to storage. Moves when it buzzes. Yes, as far as supports, that's what I heard. They're going to add some more. They're probably going to move some around and just get them set better. He is not paying rent. There's a lot of us around here that don't care. Now, this boat right here is a piece of history from this lake. It's been a charter boat since it was put in. It's called the Sea Note, S-E-A Note, N-O-T-E, and it's a part of Minnetonka and has been. Okay, so he's trying to save it, and he said he doesn't know what he's going to do with it, is what he said. He said one step at a time. So he said he doesn't know, but at this point, get it to storage, but he's trying to save a piece of history. And that's why there's all this interest. I didn't have all these people. I had a lot of people watching just because of the situation, but this boat's a part of this community. It has been. There's so many people. Yes, I'm going to try to be there. I've got people who are going to tell me when it's going to happen. There are so many people who've come up to me and said, yeah, I remember we had this party or that wedding party or whatever. And, earlier today, I talked to an old guy who captained this. Okay? He's a guy you've seen with the walker going around these last few days. Crashing into the docks. Now, I don't think that thing would get to Fletcher's from here. Depends what lake. If for him to get that boat to Fletcher's, he would have to put it in at Rockvam, and I don't know if it would even go in there. So I don't think that could even... That boat never has been, never will be to Fletcher's because of bridges. Lord Fletcher's by the lake, people who don't know. It's like the special party restaurant. You got Excelsior and you got Wyzetta and you got Fletcher's. It is a fun place to go. But that's why I like driving my wooden Chris Crafts in there. Lots of people look. It's so much cooler having wood boats and plastic boats. This one's aluminum. And I heard from someone, it's a double thick hull. I heard a lot of things. I have heard a lot of things over the last few days. The Red Lobster, Lake Minnetonka. Oops, sorry about that, people. Yep. For them to get from this side of the lake over to Excelsior, they have to take that top bridge off. And it used to have a mast on it, coming right out the center in front of the main windshields up on top there. And that thing was even taller. And you know, the mast had the light and the flags and stuff that would fly from it. Yeah, wooden boats are cool because the best thing about an old wooden boat is going under the bridge so you can hear the engine. Burbles along, sounds so much better than a Harley. In my Constellation, I got twin 95 horse K-blocks, which are Hercules engines. They may have been able to rent over there, but I'm not sure. Maybe there's a reason. But, you know, something else he talked about, if you haven't been here. If you haven't been here, first of all, I'm the Turbine Guy. Hit the subscribe button and the give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. That always helps. Big time. But he said he's making that trailer not just for this boat. He's making it for other big boats on the lake. Because the problem that he's running, because he's been out here a long time, he's done this a long time. You know, U.S. Marine, I think it is over there. We'll go give him another ad in a minute. Speaking of which, don't forget to go to Bayside Marine. I know they like when I say that. This trailer he's making, he's going to use for other big boats, like the Ellen Elma's boats, other big rental boats like this, charter boats that go around the lake, which are having a harder and harder time well, you know, part of the problem is a charter boat these days is so much bigger than a charter boat used to be. And the marinas around here are limited. And we talked about that for a second, that the coast on Florida, you have all kinds of marinas that can deal with a boat like this, no problem. Here on Lake Minnetonka, you've got just a few. Now, they say over at Bayside Marine they'd figure it out. As Gabriel did say that he wants to be done with this boat. He doesn't want anything to do with it, to the guy who first sold it. He wasn't going to change his mind, I guess, when it comes to other owners. And I'm not sure. He posted a statement on Facebook that you all can find, or maybe someone can post a link up here for people to read. I haven't read it yet, just haven't had the chance. I'll read it maybe later today, considering I've only got 26% of battery left. I know this is a lot of fun, but I do have a life. And there are things I need to do. Like drink that 4-pack of beer brought to me by Bayside Marina. Sitting right in the back seat waiting for me. I was thinking I was going to have to stop at the powerhouse tonight, but I think I'm okay. Yeah, you know, that is interesting. If one marina took it upon themselves to revamp their operations for big boats, but see, it would turn into more than that, though. There's some people have so much money and are so decadent out here. They put the wrong boats out here. Right in front of us is kind of an example. I mean, it's a piece of history and people want it and they don't want it to go away. But it's too big to handle for what people have around here. It's too much, and you'd have to build a new style marina for big boats specifically. So you do that, you deal with the charter boats, and all of a sudden these people with all this money go, hey, Now I got someone that can handle a boat that big, and I want to show off more. So boom, they get a boat that big to go with their $8.5 million house. And then bigger and bigger. And there's a point, I get it. People can buy whatever they want, but there's a point where reality comes into life. And when you're driving your boat at a certain speed, you're like Rodney Dangerfield, hitting the throttles, wiping other people out. It's time to kind of think twice. You might have something a little too large. And that does kind of happen at times out here these days. The size of the boat has just grown and grown. They buy these cigarette boats sometimes that not only is it like huge illegal to drive as fast as these boats can go, but I don't know if there's enough room to get them opened up to full speed in most areas. There you go. That happens out here. It's all fun and games till you swamp my jet ski and it don't start. I like being able to sit in the truck today and still view. It's become so crowded, you know, and so many trucks in front. There's no way to do that yesterday. Speed bumps of the lake. It's actually comical. Speed bumps of the lake. They can be more like mosquitoes sometimes. That don't sound good. Someone's muffler was hanging off. You can see it. Jack Lynch says turbine guy for mayor. Imagine though running and entering that cesspool of corruption and trying to do something about it. You know, I once had a public works chief tell me the reason city stormwater was entering our driveway from the road was because the road settled, even though the driveway was 30 years old and the road was 3 years old. But that's what you got to deal with sometimes, you know? Yeah, you gotta run 3 people together to make change. Although being mayor is fun because you can silence people. You can bang your gavel. You can gavel them. I'm the only person I ever heard gavelled at an Orno council meeting. Yeah, we got some guy over there taking pictures. We got a car stopping to take pictures over on the road. This really is quite the attraction. No, the government has a hard time dealing with truth. They look at you like you're the crazy one. Yeah, years ago when I was on the council, there's a fire lane that you can get to by the lake. You just go over a road, boom. And then you could block off the Fletcher's channel and keep people from skipping water, which is something they love to give tickets for and to make life difficult on people for doing. So instead of giving an alternative, they just leave it the way it is. I couldn't understand why making good choices wasn't always the right thing to do. That's okay. That was a while ago. How long have I been going for? It's going to be like this until that boat comes out. Skipping water is fun. Freedom is fun. I do not know where to get the fox hats. My first suggestion is always eBay. The Constitution does not outlaw skipping water. Yeah. Tell it. That was quite the story. Kayla was jumping off the bridge in the Narrows Bridge. Someone called the cops, and next thing you know, I mean, it was at night. Next thing you know, there's cops that Kayla got back in the boat and went in a bay with his friend. And all of a sudden, the sheriff showed up, then another boat, and then Kayla jumped off the boat because he's like, I don't want to be arrested. And then all of a sudden, you had all kinds of cops coming on shore. It was crazy. They spent a lot of money for nothing, which is what he got charged with, pretty much, was nothing. But hey, you got to have something to do. When will it move? They don't know. It's going to be a few days. I'm going to go down and give a update shortly. And then I'm going to call it a day for today. And then we can go from there. Come back next time something's going on. Maybe I'll stop by every day and do an update. so that we can see what they've done to change and get things ready. Today they're winterizing the boat. It's a big part of today. I saw a bunch of RV antifreeze up there. Oh, hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you doing?
Save any pizza?
No, I ate all of that. That's for me.
Us guys got together and got you a little Christmas present.
Oh, really? Cool.
So charge that wirelessly. It
Oh.
doesn't matter if your phone's wet or not.
Oh, really?
All you got to do, and if your phone, depending on the back of it,
Yeah, right there.
you lick this, it'll stick right to the back of it.
Okay.
It'll give you several more hours of use.
Super
when
cool.
you really need it.
Super cool. Thank you very
That's for
much.
you, buddy.
Now, hold on. Give that little spiel again. Now, over 472 lift. My buddies over there who I'm sure have been watching this whole time.
You bet we have, and you're doing a hell of a good thing. But you're always running out of juice on your phone, so thought we'd get you a little Christmas present here.
Appreciate
This
it.
sticks on the back of your phone. It's wireless. You don't have to plug into it.
Yeah.
You plug it in later to charge it two different ways. That's C1 and then your regular
Yeah.
goofy one. It'll give you a couple more hours anyway when you need it
Way
the most.
cool. Way cool. And you know out here when it gets cold, those batteries die in a hurry.
In a hurry. Yep. When we're on my barge, we got to keep it plugged in.
Yeah. Just like when I'm down south, I got to tell people that a basement's something under a house. Right?
Are they going to move that tonight, do you think? Or?
No. Heck, I was going to. There you go. 472 lift. Awesome. Niceness to the turbine guy. Awesome. Wow, nice. So you're getting a lot of happy comments and compliments for helping out. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's for sure. But they're winterizing it today. I actually got an interview with Paul for a bit. I was just filming and he said something and we started talking. So that was nice. I'm glad that they're not angry with me for any of this. I'm just trying to help people, but it is kind of getting in their business.
Yeah.
So
Did you see what Gabe Jabor put on his website?
I did not read it. Have you?
Yeah, he put the actual story on there, so nobody thought he had a fight with the owner or anything.
Okay.
They've been downsizing for the last couple years, and they just don't want to handle big boats. So the original owner of it, Gabe had told him this spring, when the boat goes, we're not going to take it out that fall. So they had all summer to do whatever.
To figure something out.
Yeah, to figure something out. So Gabe he's a great guy. We all know that.
Yeah.
Help people out. He helped me with my barge. Gave me free storage for almost 5 years.
Really?
When I first built it. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
That is nice. Very nice.
He got a heart of gold.
Yeah. Well, Gabriel and I used to be at odds, but
Oh, he's got a temper.
but we tend to get along fairly well now. So,
Good.
and I never thought Gabriel was a bad guy. We were just at odds for a while,
Yeah.
Well, there's my wife calling. If she's watching, I can't answer the phone or I dump the stream. So,
Yeah.
well, she'll just have to.
You want to call her?
Yeah,
on
yeah. Let me call on your phone. That'd be great.
Down here.
Talk about time. Look at this. Just compelling YouTube. Oh, here she-
Right.
Maybe she sent me a message. Did she?
Okay, well, here's the keypad.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where's the camo jacket? Oh, that's funny. They want to be watching you while you talk. What? Why didn't that connect?
Oh, it wants to connect to my car.
Oh, let me turn that on.
Get rid of that and do the audit, or no, cancel it there. Now when it asks you again, don't let it do the car. I'll go shut the car off if it doesn't.
Oh. Where do you say yes or no?
Okay, hit the green button.
Oh, I'm trying.
Okay.
My wife texted me.
No, phone
Phone. Oh, I
or
see.
speaker.
Phone. Oh yeah, I got it now.
Okay.
Hi. So I've got a gentleman sitting in the truck who just gave me a stick-on wireless battery for when I'm out here YouTubing, so I don't run out. It's from a
Kurt at 472 Lift.
That's right, 472 lifts. I see them around all the time.
Your dock and boat lift specialist on Lake Minnetonka.
Next time I'm gonna have to work on is a deal on getting our lift pulled.
There you go. No
So,
charge, buddy.
well, there you go. No charge, we heard.
No.
So that's great news.
I need a turbine.
You need to. Hey, I got one. We'll have to talk about that. But anyways, what do you want to talk about, hon? Kendall? What? Are you there? Oh, look, it went back. Hold on, Kendall.
I'll go shut. I'm gonna shut my car off.
Wait, hold on. He's gonna shut it off in his car.
Yeah, I'll shut it off.
It went back to Bluetooth, and it's on in this guy's car. You know, high turbine guy, high tech here. There we go. Come on, iPhone. There. Now I can hear you. Kendall? Okay, I can hear you now. This guy from 472 Lifts. He came and gave me the battery, and you were trying to call, so I'm using his phone. Yeah, I'm starting to run out, although I got all kinds of battery now. But it says live. Other people come by waving and honking. Something like that. Well, I just had a big piece of pizza from Joey Nova's, courtesy of Bayside Marina. Yeah, and then try filming and trying to carry a pizza and some beer straight. Okay, it's not an easy feat. That's all I gotta say. Well, if you want to stop and get a burger, somewhere, that's fine. Okay. Bye. There. We ended that. But hey, now you all know what I'm having for dinner. Now our buddy's outside gabbing away. Oh, bam, stop it. Oh, my sunglasses. How much battery you got? Battery check. What do we got? %. Then I got this thing. How the heck? Oops, sorry. Didn't want to do that. You have to take the phone out and put it on the back and then hold the phone. Let me test it out here. Pardon me for the camera work here for a minute. I'm going to take it out of my holder. And do what he wanted me to. Not charging that way. Maybe I'll go the other way with it. Reconnecting. Sorry about that. You sent me to voicemail. Maybe I gotta turn this thing on first. Let me see. There we go. Now let's see if we're charging. I don't think it is. I guess I'm going to have to experiment when I get a chance. So I can figure it out. Okay. We're going to back in our thing because this is the easiest way to hold this camera. Everyone close your eyes for a minute. There we go. Got it. Sorry about that. Hope that was a fun time for all.
They had the tow truck over the curb and all the stanchions down, and they managed to get it working.
What a sight to see on that little ramp there. And that's not going under the stoplights, is there?
No, they're gonna have to zigzag between them. They'll go up by,
Yeah.
they'll go up by Dave Umberhocker's shop, take a left on that parking lot, turn around. So the police escort at the middle of the night. We'll go this way and opposite direction. Go through like that, up to the BP and do the same thing now. That's their plan.
What a nuisance.
So you didn't catch that televised the move?
I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got people who are supposed to tell me when it's gonna happen, and actually kind of interviewed Paul today. At least he talked to me for a couple of minutes there about what's been going on and why stuff has happened and how it's gone on. So that was pretty interesting. So I think there's a chance I could be.
What are you thinking in that time frame?
2 a.m.
I mean, in the next couple of days.
Oh, for him, it's gonna be a couple of three days for sure.
Yeah. You got permits and stuff for it?
I didn't ask him about that, but I'm sure he's got to have a permit to have it sitting where it is.
Well, it's a cool boat.
Sheriff came by today.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was asked to get on the big boat. When it was in the water, that was their dock, their portable
Right.
dock.
Oh yeah, the pontoon. Yeah, the sheriff came by today, and it was about tightening up the work area, I guess. So I don't know. That's what I mean. Come on.
Was there any issue with it breaking the ice? Did it just
Yeah.
work like an icebreaker where it went up on it?
No, it was so top heavy, it just plowed right through it.
Right, but it really scraped the bottom off. Good.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a steel hull.
It's aluminum, double hull aluminum, from my understanding.
Yikes. I've seen that boat on the lake over the years.
Yeah, my son
Oh,
drove
yeah.
it for a couple summers when he just got out of high school. Yeah. When it was chartered, in those days.
Cool.
Been a lot of interesting things on this ramp over the years.
All ramps.
Last spring.
That's where I want to set up my next live stream. Go to the busy days at the ramps.
Well, if the mist was here, we could see.
Oh yeah, just sit right up there at the tripod and hang out.
This spring when the ice came out, it blew the ice all the way up to the curb.
Yeah, wasn't that something?
Yeah. We had my best friend's dad built a 45-foot trimaran on Castle Point back in it finished it probably early 70s and by 25 feet wide.
Yeah.
And they did this, at 5 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning and
Sure.
rode it to the Mississippi and took it down to St. Croix and 15 years on that boat before they finally retired and got off of it. But
Wow.
built it in the backyard. Took them 6 years.
Really?
Yeah. And
Crazy.
yeah, a lot of crazy things have happened here.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
Hey guys, hey, you done with my phone?
Yeah, it's on my seat. Thank you very much.
Is there any chance you can call me when you know on time? I live right there. I'd want to see this.
Yeah, you gave me your card, right?
I did.
Yeah. I'll let you know. I'll keep you in the truck.
All right. It's on your seat?
Yeah, it should be. No, on your seat,
Oh.
isn't it? Make sure he gets his phone. Thank you very much.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and do one more recap before I head home and get back to real life for a couple hours. So everybody knows I did get my garage cleaned out last night. So that's what we had to go home and do. Kayla and I did it, no problem. But here I am, Turbine Guy, at the landing in Spring Park, Minnesota, updating for everybody what's going on with the Chris Craft. 1970, 58-foot Chris Craft Roamer that got stuck in the lake with the ice and came all the way across. See, the ice is freezing. It was open yesterday. Yesterday was just as cold as today, 20 degrees or so, but pretty windy. So it was really cold. But we can see that ice is building. It's a little thicker than it was earlier. I threw a chunky ice out right there and just made a hole. So good thing they got the boat out in time.
not much else to see today. They haven't done much, except they winterizing the engines, I hear. And they put some supports. We'll go look this on the other way. But take a look at these standards that when they pulled it out after the bolt got on it, boom, they got bent when they hit the concrete somewhere, hit an edge. Now, the sheriff did stop by today and talk to Paul up here, in case you missed it. We also had an interview right here with a gentleman who captained the boat for years. So that was pretty interesting right here. The sheriff was right there. Talked to Paul. Paul got in the truck for about 15 minutes. The agreement was to tighten up the work area, compromise, and want people to see U.S. Boat and Recreation, because I mentioned Paul earlier. It's the name of his company. And he said he's been doing this for years, and what he wants to do with this trailer, when I did talk to him, is he wants to not just use this trailer for this. Hold on. Just a second. Good news. Someone else is getting me some beer. It's always good news. But anyways, this is an old house trailer they're converting so that they can do a lot of these old boats on Minnetonka. Now, let me do this again. That's what Paul was telling me. Because Paul gave me the courtesy of talking to me for a few minutes and explaining what's going on, where he is, and all that. And that was after he talked to the sheriff. And you know, this trailer isn't just for this boat, okay? This trailer's for all the boats and all the big boats around here. And so he's kind of got a plan to use this in the future to help others, I think because of the problem that he's run into. So it was really interesting talking to him and getting that perspective. Like I said, this used to be a house trailer where it's got these guys who swing out. Now, of course, I can't remember the name, but he's got the bunk in here that kind of custom molded itself to the boat. Had no choice. And, you know, not very many of these supports didn't get bent or twisted in some manner. So he's going to have to come back and spend a couple of days probably fixing this part of the trailer up. That would definitely be my guess. As we know, he's going to head out the parking lot this way, come out and go that way, turn around down at the Hennepin County Transfer Station, then come back and zigzag through the lights and up. How you doing?
Can you not film me, please?
Okay, I won't film you. I don't want to climb over the trailer. That's pretty high. We're going to go down this way. Don't want to be. So those are the ones we saw were bent earlier. Then we come by and look, and here's kind of what they did out here. Throw some port under this bunk. Which to me means they're probably going to want it, especially with that guy being bent so bad right there, those two, that they're going to probably work over here first. My guess. But there you go, folks. Pretty much a situation today. Been a little bit eventful with the sheriff coming. But, you know, he's gotten to see law enforcement every day. So I think they're kind of getting used to each other. It was nice being able to talk to him and get a bit of an interview so that he could tell people where he's coming from. And, you know, it's been interesting otherwise to just see that they're moving forward and to understand that this is going to take time. This thing isn't going to get done in a hurry, and he's going to go at his own speed to make sure he does everything safe and right. Turbine Guy, signing off.